Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is John and this is your Modern Tech Breakdown. Today I'm taking a look at 3 news stories about Intel, and unfortunately the news is rather concerning. First up, Intel lost $16.6 billion in the third quarter. Now that sounds bad, and it is, but I do think the Intel CFO worked overtime trying to push every single negative transaction into a single quarter. For example, the massive layoffs of around 15,000 staff was only $2.2 billion of the loss. $9.9 billion of the loss was attributed to a write-down of a deferred tax asset. I would assume that's a loss carry forward, but I'm not sure. The reporting doesn't really get into it. There is a time limit on those types of things, so perhaps those carry forwards timed out. I don't know. There was also an almost $3 billion loss on an impairment of goodwill in certain business reporting units. I'm not an accountant, so I'm not really sure what that means, but I would guess that Intel was trying to get all the bad news out all at once and then hopefully move forward with better numbers. So Wall Street actually reacted positively to this apparently terrible news because I think what the executive team expressed was a lot of optimism about the future. But also in a bit of negative news for Intel, they are being dropped from the famous Dow Jones Industrial Average and are being replaced by their rival Nvidia. That has to sting. That could hurt the stock price a little in the short term, probably not a lot. Some index funds that track the Dow will be forced to sell their Intel stock. And then lastly, Semaphore is reporting that DC is getting worried about the stability of Intel and looking ahead to possible measures to save the company. Specifically, it would seem that the Commerce Department and the members and some members of Congress are discussing if they need to do more for Intel. Specifically, it would seem that maybe a shotgun wedding merger between Intel, AMD, or Marvell has been discussed. So Intel's in a tough situation, and it's possible their allies in the Commerce Department are about to lose their jobs. So who knows what a possible new administration may think about these ideas. Regardless, I think the next 2 quarters are pivotal for Intel. They have to show some traction to turn this around, and they got to get their new 18A node off the ground and running. Otherwise, they may find themselves under the boot of Uncle Sam, and there's no telling how that could turn out. Pat Gelsinger did say that 2 more companies have agreed to use 18A. I assume there are probably some negotiations underway right now, but I would think that that will be announced soon. Intel really needs more news like that. But what do you think? Does Intel survive this? Leave a comment down below. I think it's tough to say right now, but I'm hopeful they make it. But with that, I'll leave it there. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you next time.